decor. So, what is trending in trees? Frankie Ferragine has the answer. You've really taken this to the next level.
Well, you know what? So my family has two stores, one in Barrie, one in Bradford. Bradford Greenhouse's Garden Gallery. Every year we like to do something fun. And this year with the manikin challenge, we thought,
yes,
let's have a little bit of fun with a manikin. And surprisingly enough, this has kind of gotten a lot of people interested in doing this in their own homes.
I kind of get it. I mean, she's very chic. She's incredibly tall.
She is tall. Her hair fell off getting here, by the way, but I don't know if I saw that right.
You can change her hair. But here's the thing. We've always had such an intrinsic link between fashion and decor.
100%.
It makes sense that this would be something people might want to try.
And if you think about it, a few years ago, it was the upside-down tree. In the last few years, it's been pillow trees where they're just pillows.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's fantastic. One color of pillows, get a larger pillow and stack them up so they go smaller. And you can make a full tree out of just pillows.
That's cool.
You can also take a ladder, take an old ladder on the A-frame and just hang balls off that ladder, and then put some lights, and that has the pyramid shape of a tree. You know, dare to be different. Have some fun. That's the key about Christmas. A lot of the times people take decor so serious.
Right.
But you're amazed that when you do something like this, you create a reaction, and people want it. Because this is maybe you're a fashionista. This is what you would want for a tree.
This is going to cause some conversation and talking points. I mean, look at how much fun she's having.
Yeah, she's,
She's like this.
Yeah, her skirt fell kind of down too when I brought her here too, so I got to pull her skirt up. But you know what? When we go dare to be different, you know, traditional is something that still everybody is excited about. This is what we would call kind of a chalet style type of tree, where you're kind of blending the reds and the rustic all together, using some natural elements, even though that they are faux, but you want that look of natural. And the punches of red that are in there. We know the big decor right now when it comes to all kind of that punchy little plaid that's kind of coming in. And red, you know, when you put the little hints of birds in there, makes it look so great.
There is so much happening in this tree.
100%.
So when, I don't know if you're the one that actually decorated it at the greenhouse.
I didn't, no.
You didn't? You really got to get in there deep to get that depth and to make the tree look full, right? You got to start in there and then work your way out.
First thing you want to do is make sure you get a high quality tree. So if you're going to do fresh and or faux, you want to make sure the faux tree has a lot of number of tips. That's what's going to tell you the best size of tree. You want to make sure it's well lit. You want to fluff it out. Start off with your ribbon first. And we were talking about that.
Fill it out.
Fill it out. And then what you want to do is just kind of put the accessories that are in. Big things like this take up a lot of space, so you don't need a lot of them. The other part I want to draw your attention to is the top. A different option for a top is just instead of using a star or bow, is just using floral picks, just putting a bunch of floral picks at the top, just to kind of give it, and you can see the variegated holly. We can actually use fresh holly up there as well if we really wanted to kind of give it that fresh appeal. You can see what the poinsettias at the base too, kind of give that whole life-like, where the real meets the faux, and that kind of blends nicely in. And when it comes to rustic, as soon as you're using burlap or jute, that's the time when you know, hey, that's rustic. It kind of speaks right to that.
At home with the boys, do you guys do real or faux?
We do a real tree and a faux tree.
You do both?
Yeah, so this year, because we're going to be traveling right after Christmas, we got a real tree because we won't have enough time to get it out of the house before we leave. So to me, it's always about safety, but my preference is real all the way.
You got a faux one this year, but usually it's real.
No, we have a real one outside the door. So I decorated one on the deck.
Oh, that's nice.
So that we can look outside and have a decorated tree outside just from the kitchen. And we have a real one, and then we have the faux one inside.
That's lovely.
And then finally,
this is right up my alley.
This is you. You know,
I love this.
You know, Frozen was a movie that was so big years ago. But what we call the cool blues are really on trend. That kind of frosted look that at the same time kind of speaks to you as cold, but at the same time is a little bit glamorous. And you can see that just some of the picks that you use in there, the blue kind of bluish green balls that you have, a little bit of shine, a little bit of glimmer. Very simple. So if you think about it, there's not a lot of elements on this tree. There's only about 5 different elements on the tree, but with that it blends beautifully together. So sometimes simplify, pick a theme, go with a color, and it'll really help you kind of share that story.
Repeat, repeat, repeat. That's all you got to do.
That's the way it goes.
So the 3 big trends. We've got our fashionista, we've got our traditional rustic Christmas, and then our nice cool blue.
You got it.
A little bit of glam.
You got it. I wonder what we're going to do next year.
I know. Please let us know, because every year you've got a big theme going on at the greenhouse.
Last year we had Santa riding out of a Harley out of a wall, so I don't know what we're going to do next year.
How do you beat that? Got to stay tuned for that. Let's go to break. We got more questions.